What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to A World of Better Magic. Guys, today we're on Mythic Spoiler. We're going to do a quick rundown of Time Spiral Remastered, just to take a look, see what all's in here, see what everybody's thoughts are, and just see what you think, really. So what we know about Time Spiral Remastered, it's 3 sets that's going into one, basically. It's the 3 sets. You had Time Spiral, you had Planar Chaos, and Future Sight. All 3 sets made up the block. Well, they decided to go back and redo it. They're not going to put every card from all 3 sets into one giant set for this. It's broke down, as you can see here at the top of the screen. It's Time Spiral Remastered. It's 239 cards shown here out of 289. So we still got 50 cards that we haven't seen yet. At least from my knowledge, that's just what's on here. So we're going to take a quick look. These are our time-shifted cards. Like Grinzo, Panharmonicon, a great card. An artifact or a creature entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger. That ability triggers an additional time. Great card. I've actually got a buddy looking for one of those, so it'd be a good time to pick it up. Prices will be down. Slivers are back. Ton of slivers in here. Cloud Shredder Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have flying and haste. Blighted Woodland. Some cards I can't read. We can click on them if you really want to. Abrupt Decay. Can't be countered by spells or abilities destroyed to target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. We're not going to click on every one of those, guys. Like I said, it's just going to be a quick rundown of some of the stuff that stands out. We know and like. Field of Ruin. We got a Bloodbraid Elf. Haste and Cascade. Also, guys, from my understanding, with every pack, this don't have set boosters or collector packs, anything like that out of the set. It's just one 36-pack box, which personally, I love that. I'm honestly over having to get set boxes and collector boxes. It's a lot of stuff to pick up and deal with, especially from my standpoint, where you're ordering boxes and stuff for people. You're trying to order enough, but also make sure you're not ordering too much and stuck with a bunch of stuff on your shelf. So I really appreciate the fact that it's just one 36-pack box. Now inside these packs, from what I'm understanding, there will be at least one guaranteed retro style card frame. One of those cards in there. And it can be foil. Chalice of the Void. Cranial Plating. We've seen some of these. These was spoiled really early. Cursor of Kruphix. Not bad. 1 and 2 green. 2/4. Enchantment creature. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You may play lands from the top of your library. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. I really love what they've done with the card frames on this. It's so nice to be able to go back and see some of this stuff. Beast Within. Because I wasn't playing around this time frame, so it's really great to see something different. Eternal Witness. Really nice. When Eternal Witness enters the battlefield, you may return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Sees a lot of play. Primeval Titan. So good as ban in Commander, guys. That's not an easy thing to accomplish. So the Commander ban list is really not anything compared to some of the other stuff. Elvish Mystic. Beast Whisperer, another great card. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you draw a card. Reclamation Sage. So you got a Young Pyromancer. Molten Rain for your land destruction. That's always appreciated at the table. Atali Primal Storm. 4 and 2 red. It's a big old 6/6 dinosaur. Whenever a Tali Primal Storm attacks, exile the top card of each player's library. You may cast any number of spells from among those cards without paying their mana cost. It's crazy, guys. Vandal Blast. For 1 red, destroy target artifact you don't control. It has Overload for 4 and a red. You may cast this spell for its overload cost. If you do, change its text by replacing all instances of target with each. Kind of like a Cyclonic Rift, but for your artifacts. Dreadhorde Arcanist. I really like what they've done with this. The retro style frames. Anger of the Gods. Goblin Engineer. Liliana's Triumph. Some great cards in this. I'm really excited for this one, guys. Yawgmoth. Thran Physician. Great card. Harvester of Souls. We've got a Thoughtseize, which is really amazing. It's a 1-drop, or 1 black. Target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, and that player discards that card. You lose 2 life. Sanguine Bond, another good card. Leyline of Void. There's Zulaport Cutthroat. There's so many good cards in this set. Fibblethip, the Lost, if I said that right. Not the easiest one to pronounce. Relentless Rats, another one that was spoiled early. Muldrifter, Lab Maniac. Just about everybody knows Laboratory Maniac. Ponder, True Name Nemesis. So many recognizable cards that you see a lot of play. Mystic Confluence. For 3 and 2 blue, it's an instant. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. Return a target creature to its owner's hand or draw a card. Seeing, guys, we're just running down through these. Anybody can look this up on Mythic Spoiler. I just figured I'd do a quick rundown of video in case somebody hasn't seen it. See what people's thoughts are. Sigil of Empty Throne. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying. I have a Kenrith the Return King build full of gods. It's an enchantment build, and that is definitely in there. Path the Exile. Great card. Flicker Wisp. Banishing Light in the retro frame. Check that out. And Johnny's Pride Mate. Containment Priest with another reprint. Didn't that just get reprinted in, what was it, Core 21? In the core set, if I'm not mistaken. Sliver Legion, guys. This is the remastered set here. Sliver, or Sliver, I said Sliver Queen, not Sliver Queen. That's on the reserve list, if I'm not mistaken. Sliver Legion. Guys, I absolutely hate slivers. I'm not going to lie. It's very good value on this card. I think it's like $100 right now, 120, somewhere around there. So expect the price to drop just a little bit, but it's a crazy card. All sliver creatures get +1/+1 for each other sliver on the battlefield. If you've ever played against slivers, it is very easy to let it get out of hand. Usually if you sit down at the table with a sliver build, you're targeted right off the bat. Everybody goes up against you just because of stuff like this. I'll read a few of them and you'll see why you can't let it get out of hand. Versuva, another great card at Mythic. Whenever it enters the battlefield, or when you may have Versuva enter the battlefield tapped as a copy of any land on the battlefield, not just one you control. Anybody or any land on the battlefield. Your opponent has a Cabal Coffers or something, you can make a copy of it. If they have a strip mine or something, and somebody at the table has a Cabal Coffers, that is one way you can get rid of it. Another sliver. All slivers have 1. Sacrifice this permanent. That permanent deals 1 damage to any target. All slivers have pay 1, sacrifice this permanent, prevents the next 1 damage dealt to target player, planeswalkers, or slivers creatures this turn. Nothing crazy there. Dark Heart Sliver. All slivers have sacrifice this permanent, you gain 3 life. All slivers have pay 3, sacrifice this permanent, destroy a target permanent. Let's see, this one, Harmonic Sliver. All slivers have, when this permanent enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact or enchantment. If you haven't noticed, guys, all these slivers play off of one another. They all get the same abilities. It gets crazy. Dormant Sliver. All sliver creatures have Defender. All slivers have, when this permanent enters the battlefield, draw a card. This one gives all sliver creatures haste. +2/+2 till the end of the turn. So we got Rada, Chromatic Star, a Chroma's Memorial, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it's a cloud key next to it. Yeah, Chroma's Memorial. Creatures you control have flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, and protection from black and red. It is a 7-drop, but it's a great card. Cloud Key, Lotus Bloom. I did think this one was kind of interesting. I'm going to show you why, because this one is actually different art than the Buy a Box promo. And I just thought that was interesting. I never noticed that until I was going through it. Here is the Buy a Box promo. I don't know if you can see it very well, because I can't really see myself in this right now. But absolutely beautiful foils. Love it. And I do want to point out, I want you to take a look here. Again, I can't tell. It is very straight. There's no issues with the foiling on this. I've actually had this Lotus Bloom setting out now for over a month. And I wanted to do this as an example because everybody, including myself, is very unhappy with the way foils have been done, especially here recently with Commander Legends. Had some people reach out to Wizards over the foiling, and they informed them that it wasn't basically a serious enough issue to even replace the cards or anything. So, this was setting out for a month next to this Commander Legends foil. Look at the difference. It is absolutely ridiculous that you have cards that we all pay for, spend hard-earned money for cards, and they end up like this. You can't even play with this. Like, you put it in a sleeve, and it bows your sleeves out. You can clearly tell what cards are what. If you was a competitive player, anything like that, you probably wouldn't be able to get by with this crap. I don't even play with this. I take stuff out like this out of my builds because it's noticeable. It's garbage. I probably shouldn't have picked a green card for a green screen background. I don't know if y'all can even see that. But look at it's just ridiculous. Okay. Again, one last time. This is the Buy a Box promo for Time Spiral Remastered. I don't know how well you can see it. It's absolutely beautiful. Really happy with the foiling on that. Okay, now that my rant's over with Wizards and their foiling and the garbage they need to fix, but they won't because everybody keeps buying Magic and spending a bunch of money. So, moving on. Search for Tomorrow. Let's see. Summoner's Pact. Some great cards in here. Crowsome Grip. Yavimaya Dryad. Get rid of the advertisements at the bottom. And Tarmogoyf, guys. Back again with another reprint. It is a great card, but Modern right now is absolutely just, it's shot. There's not much getting played. Prices are tanking. People's getting rid of their cards. They're pretty unhappy with it. I would imagine Tarmogoyf probably, I think if last time I looked it up, it was a couple of days ago. I think you could get one for like 25 or 30 bucks. And it's crazy. At one point, this was a $200 card. I think all-time high was like $220, if I'm not mistaken. Just for the basic, it wasn't the foil. The foil variance is actually still crazy high. It's a few $100. But I would imagine after another reprint, this will go down to like 20 bucks or something. So it might be a good time to pick them up. Modern might make a big comeback here soon. I think Wizards. I don't know if you've been watching Rudy at all, but I definitely agree. I think they realize that Modern's taking a big hit, and I think they'll try to do something. Maybe it'll be in the Modern Horizons 2 or something. Maybe they'll do some kind of craziness with that. Life and Limb. Some more slivers down here. Gemhide Sliver. All slivers have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Fungus Sliver. Whenever it's dealt damage, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. And again, this is all slivers, guys. All slivers, they just work together. It's kind of crazy. Reflex Sliver. All slivers have haste. Spinneret Sliver. All slivers creatures have reach. Might Sliver. All slivers get +2/+2. Again, guys, we're just taking a quick stroll through this. I just wanted to show everybody some stuff if they haven't had a chance to look at it. Sudden Shock. Magus of the Moon. Boom or Bust. I think that's the only split card I've seen in here. Destroy all lands. That'll be fun. Pact of Titan. Sedge Sliver, you got a Fury Sliver, Battering Sliver. All sliver creatures have trample. It's a 6-drop. It's a 4/4. All sliver creatures have double strike. So many people are excited for some sliver stuff, and I mean, it's cool to see, but I'm not a big fan of slivers. As you can see why. Got a Rift Bolt. Lightning Axe, Mog War Marshal, a Chroma Angel of Fury for 5 and 3 red at Mythic. It's a legendary angel. See, this spell can't be countered. Has flying, trample, protection from white and from blue. For a red, a Chroma Angel of Fury gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn, and it has Morph for 3 and 2 red. Thick-Skinned Goblin. Wheel of Fate at Mythic. Prodigal Pyromancer. Reiterate. Living End. Let's see, Sudden Spoiling. Some amazing looking artwork here. Yeah, like I said, guys, I'm really excited for this set. I wasn't able to really play with this set or anything like that. I'm fairly new to Magic myself. Damnation. For 2 and 2 black, destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated at Mythic. Was a rare. Slaughter Pact. Assassinate. Miri the Cursed. Big old Vampire Cat for rare. It's a 2 and 2 black, legendary Vampire Cat. It's a flying first strike haste. Whenever Miri the Cursed deals combat damage to a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on Miri the Cursed. A Tombstalker. There's so many great cards in here. It would take forever to read all these cards and go over. Pact of Negation with another reprint. If I'm not mistaken, it was on the in the list cards for the Kaldheim set boosters. If I'm not mistaken, I think a buddy of mine pulled one of these. I can't remember. Good counter spell to make sure you don't lose the game. Ancestral Vision at Mythic. Vesuvian Shapeshifter. Seer, Teferi, Mage of Zalfir, however you say it. You got a mythic. Creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield have flash. Creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield have flash. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. Coral Trickster, Think Twice, Foresee, Pongify, Delay, Logic Knot, Restore Balance at Mythic, Krovax, Send a Hero, another Mythic for 4 and 2 white. It's a legendary creature, Human Noble, 4/4. Other white creatures get +1/+1. Non-white creatures get -1/-1. And then you can pay 2 life. Return Krovax, Ascendant Hero to its owner's hand. Sarah Avenger for 2. A bunch more slivers. All sliver creatures have flying. All slivers get +1/+1. All sliver creatures have absorb 1. If it would deal damage to a sliver, prevent 1 of that damage. It's crazy, guys. Slivers are so busted. It's one of the things you can really keep it under control if everybody teams up at the table to deal with it. But if you're with a buddy and you're doing a commander game like a one-on-one or something like that, it's really hard to deal with sometimes. I have been there. Fortify, Mangara the Coronador, Angel of Salvation, Return to Dust. Just seen that one a little bit ago. Mana Tithe. 1 mana, 1 white. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. Scout, Blade of the Sixth Pride. Again, guys, that was just a quick rundown. White main line. Showing some people what all's in here. I'm sure some people have seen it on here, and if you haven't, here you go. But guys, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let me know if I missed anything. Scroll back up here. Make sure. Where is... I know I overlooked it. It's here somewhere. Give me a second. Pretty sure I missed... Maybe not. No, I got it. Sliver Legion. Okay. But yeah, guys, that's it for the video. I just wanted to do a quick rundown. Let me know what you think, what you're excited about for the set, what you're not excited for. And guys, stay tuned for our next video.